Today we're going to be talking about the updates that you guys would like to see in WWE 2K24. We've done a part 1 to this video. We might have done a part 2, so this might be part 3, but this is something I like to do every couple of weeks or so once we get some patches and we still have things that are missing in the game. Let's go on ahead and get into it. This is coming from Chicken Wing Ding 725. Would like to see blood getting on the fists, hands after superstars hits bloody opponent. Bro, this would be a game changer. Gameplay wise, for the visual, it would be perfect. I agree with you. I think right now the game is missing that type of aspect. I think back then we used to have something where if you hit an opponent and they were bloody, the blood would get on them as well. I feel like if you have an opponent battered up enough to the point where they're just bleeding everywhere, it should get on your hands and stuff like that too. So I'm kind of hoping that that's something that they add next year. It might just be too much blood for them to add, but I mean, blood is all over the place if you really batter your opponent up enough. So I don't know. It's something that I can see them adding as a visual and something for us to see. I think that it would be really cool if 2K went ahead and added that. So I'm not going to lie. I really like this one. Let's go on ahead and get into the next one. Universe mode and fixes to stabilize the game in general. So my brother, every patch there are things to stabilize, you know, and things that they do stabilize, quote unquote, just going by the patch notes. So I'm hoping it's something we do see as well. Universe mode is kind of broken right now in terms of rivalries. There is no brand split. There's nothing like that in universe mode because it broke last patch, and I think it broke it even more in terms of rivalries. The rosters not being split how they usually are, that's bothering me still till this day. I kind of gotten used to it at this point, but it is unfortunate that that's the hand that we were dealt. So hopefully that is something that is fixed within the next patch, because if it's not, then it's something that they obviously broke, and it's something that could remain broken potentially for the rest of the game cycle. So I'm hoping they get that in touch, and just a couple more things in universe mode as well. And just to piggyback off what Chicken Wing Day said as well, he said, I like the game and I'm happy with it. All I want to see is Brock Lesnar get added back and maybe them doing more blood detail. So the blood detail that he mentioned, but he added that he wants Brock Lesnar to get updated back into the game. I don't think that's going to happen. I mean, we had community creations. I'm sure it's content damaged at this point, but you know, I just don't see it happening at this point. It's already a month in. Nothing has been said about the status of Brock. Now, if he does come back to WWE, I wouldn't put it past 2K to do that. But at the same time, for money reasons and sales, they could hold Brock all the way up till next year and then put him back in. So, hey, I wouldn't expect him this year. I think it's a wrap for Brock. Jero Drutley 256 said more downloaded storylines for my Ross. So I definitely think that this is something that we will see potentially in the future, maybe in the future of WWE 2K games. They will start adding DLC content where you can buy storylines and things like that. I wouldn't put it past them. I believe they did it with the showcase a couple years back. They used to put showcase stuff in the DLC packs. Then they went back to characters. So just saying, this is something that we can see. So I personally think that it could happen. So just my 2 cents with that. But there's a lot of things that do need updates in this game. A lot of fixes. Custom entrances are still broken with the lighting. You still have creators who are banned, who I've talked about the last 2 days. So I won't get into that today. Universe mode broken. A lot of stuff needs to be touched, you know. And an update that I would really like is my faction to be obviously dealt with. We obviously want my faction to succeed, and I'm hoping that that's what it does. And my faction has those persona cards that haven't been attainable, and they're really hard to get. And that's one of the things that I would really like to see updated in 24. Just give us more ways to get cards. Give us more ways to get that Hulk Hogan, aside from spending $25 on an action figure. Give us different ways to do stuff like that. So that's just me, you know, wanting the game to succeed, wanting to update. A big one for me as well that we've talked about before on this channel is the online servers. I can't take that delay. It's not fun. My faction added more ranked stuff this year, and unfortunately it's just really tough to really get into it because every match you play is literally delayed by 10 seconds. Like, it's bad, man. And sometimes they may not even be delayed that much. I'm over exaggerating, but you definitely feel the latency in the remote while you're playing, and you're like, dude, this is not enjoyable. So I'm hoping online servers get a rehaul. I just want 2K to really focus on actually updating and working on the game instead of banning creators who are working on, you know, entertaining us. I think that's the biggest issue for me. It's just us still having a somewhat broken game and this game not being done all the way, but now you're banning creators and really affecting a lot of the player base who really like those creations. So I think that they need to focus on updating their game, giving us the best product possible, and then they can turn their attention to whatever else they want to do. But right now, the game is not in a good state, and a lot of people are agreeing and attesting to that. This is a game that had a lot of potential to be, you know, one of the best wrestling games of all time. I still think it does. I enjoy it a lot, guys. I play this game a lot, and that's the reason why I have so much to talk about when it comes to content creating and talking about this game, simply because I know what I'm talking about, you know, and I'm somebody who puts in countless hours to just try and get content for you guys and to talk about this game. So there's a lot of updates that I would like to see in WWE 2K24. Obviously, we could go on and on and on about it, but those are basically some of my main things. Universe mode, online servers. I know people want more My Rise storylines, you know. They gave us about 20 hours of My Rise storylines, so I'm going to go easy on them on that one because I don't think we need any more. I'm just hoping that we get a more polished and refined game in the near future. I'm hoping May 15th is the date with the CM Punk pack that we get a really big patch addressing major issues that this game has, because as a community we can all benefit from that. If you guys did enjoy this video, make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. I'm gonna catch y'all. Peace.